This is a story that this morning I wrestled about whether or not we should cover it all. I was so conflicted about it. I even got on our community tab and asked our viewers, like, what do you think about this? Should we be talking about this and blah, blah. And like 85% of our respondents, and we had hundreds of responses within minutes, told me like, yeah, I've had many people say right in the live chat, I already saw this in 10 other places. So yeah, you might as well speak about it. So we're going to put the spoiler warning back up again, because in this story could contain some spoilers about the upcoming thing. Now, these are coming from reports that we cannot confirm ourselves. So we use the word rumor because as something that I cannot confirm myself, nor is it something that's coming from one of the major trades, the Hollywood Reporter, Variety, The Wrap, Deadline, what have you. We're stressing the word rumor. So whatever you saw in the headline, understand it's a rumor, but there could be some things that could be considered spoiler in the story. If you're really sensitive about that, maybe add this to your favorites list and come back in a month after Black Adam comes out. All right? Okay, here we go. For the longest time, the big question about Black Adam has been, what's the runtime? But after the runtime, which we have addressed earlier, no, really, the big question has always been, will Henry Cavill be in it as Superman? And we have done many stories about different reports and things like that that have come out here and there about whether he would be or not. And so, just recently, something happened that made it kind of look like he was going to be it again. We've talked ad nauseum about the relationship between Henry Cavill and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, in almost every early social media post he did after he announced he was Black Adam, always had images of Black Adam and Superman together. They both have the same manager. Dwayne Johnson's ex-wife is both of their business managers. They've been very, very upfront about all that kind of stuff. So it was within that context that this question came in from one of our viewers. Rob, what question came in from our viewers?
Diego says, John, the day has finally come to rejoice. Reports are coming out of the Black Adam fan screening in Mexico that the rumors are true, that Henry Cavill will indeed reprise his role as Superman in the film. While it's reported that it is a small cameo, nevertheless, fans are absolutely hyped. As a longtime champion of Henry Cavill's portrayal of Superman, I can only imagine how excited you are. Does this prove that The Rock is the most influential figure in Hollywood right now? So much to unpack right now. Thanks, and bring on the filthy.
All right, man. Thanks a lot for sending that in. And let's go over, this is the basic gist of it here. Let's bring up that site right now, Jonathan. So basically, headlines going all over the place. Henry Cavill, reported return to Superman. So let's scroll down. So some of the more telling reports are basically saying this in some social media stuff. So let's keep going down. We'll get to some of those social media posts. So here we go. So one guy, right, Matt Ramos wrote, I love you, The Rock. I'm a fan forever in your service. This is actually after the screening. And then another verified Twitter person said, yes, Henry Cavill is back. He has the classic suit. By classic, we don't mean Christopher Reeve. We mean classic Henry Cavill suit.
Yeah.
He has the classic suit and the Williams score, the John Williams score. And he says, we need to talk Black Adam. Another source then, if we scroll down a little bit further, said Black Adam will be confronted by Amanda Waller. This is in the post-credit scenes. That Black Adam will be confronted by Amanda Waller and Superman in a post-credit scene. So there's that as well. Also, another one said that it is the classic costume, except that the colors are a bit brighter on the costume than they had been before. So that's what we got. That's the reports coming out of these advanced fan events that they've had down in there. Okay. Again, let's strongly emphasize here that this is not coming from the studio. This is not coming from the Hollywood Reporter. This is all over the place right now, but still keep that with a grain of salt. So there is the possibility that this is not true.
Have press already they've already seen screeners of this, right? The press?
I don't know that they have in North America.
I mean, this seems like a big risk to then just go to a fan thing where anyone can just tweet out what's in it.
Well, this is the stuff that's coming out.
And they knew it was going to happen.
And by the way, it's not the first time. This isn't the first time something like this has happened, right? So for the sake of this discussion, let's go on the assumption, just for the sake of the discussion, that it's true, okay? that Henry Cavill shows up in the post-credit scene? Well, there's a couple things. Number one, it would be completely consistent with everything we've heard so far, right? It would be consistent with the reports and rumors we've seen laid out over the past year. It would be consistent with the fact that The Rock has not really been very ambiguous about, the Black Adam's connection to Superman and all that kind of stuff. They even not long ago, he posted a picture of him and Henry Cavill sitting down together having a drink. Like, they've done all this kind of stuff. And then they specifically put in the last trailer, no one on this planet can stop me. It's like, okay, come on. Now you're just begging everybody to guess that Superman's in it. So if that's the case, and if that's real, yeah, damn right. And listen, because I don't care. Some people would say to me, John, but they're saying it's just a cameo. I don't give a shit. I don't care if Henry Cavill is in 5 seconds of this movie. I don't care if he's in 55 minutes of it. Because what it means is that Warner Brothers wants Henry Cavill as Superman. Even if he was in for 1 second in this movie, if true, but even if he's in it for 1 second, that means Henry Cavill still has the cape in the closet. Something he told us 2 years ago. I still got the cape in the closet. So just the fact that he even appears for a moment in the film would mean that David Zaslav, the whole time they've been saying, hey, yeah, we're very interested in Henry Cavill. We're big fans of Henry Cavill's Superman, blah, blah, blah. It means that Henry Cavill is still our Superman. And if that's the case, then that's something I may even freaking drink alcohol, because that is our, aviation gin shot of the day right there, ladies and gentlemen, that he's back. Now, there's some controversy going around online a bit about the fact that they mentioned that when he appears, you hear John Williams music.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, it's not. It's really not. And I'll tell you why it's not weird. Because remember, if this is just a cameo, it's not like he's in the whole movie and whenever he's on screen, you hear, right? And I want to point out that in a previous DCEU movie, they play some tones. Remember?
They do.
They play a little bit of the John Williams
in Justice
theme.
League, when Danny Elfman did the Justice League score.
They give a little bit of that John Williams scene just because it brings you home a little bit. I would propose to you it's the exact same thing about when, I'll go back to Ms. Marvel again, when they said the word mutant and they just played little tunes.
It's true.
It wasn't them saying this is now his theme. Henry's theme is still the Man of Steel theme.
Yeah.
What are you going to do when you're not saving that? It's still Hans Zimmer's. I have no doubt that when he appears again in the DCU in a major way, it'll be Hans Zimmer's music.
Sure.
That I have no doubt. So if he's just popping up for a quick scene and you just hear bum, 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 come on. Energy will rip through everybody's
It's
bodies,
true,
right?
I'm right there with you.
They're not going to switch off it and make that, because that is Christopher Reeve's music, yes. But again, it's not like they haven't done it before. They've done it again, and it's just in a quick cameo. So if true, and I cannot emphasize this enough, if true, you got one fucking happy Italian sitting in front of you right now, my friend, because it means...
Aren't you that way every day, though?
Almost, but Henry will be back. And when would we see him again? I don't know. Whatever.
And I'll look. You know what's really funny about this, John? The reason that I have a Superman, Henry Cavill Superman, and a Hugh Jackman Wolverine figure,
right here on your...
It's because months ago we were speculating that both of these characters would come back, and then we were let down. We had the air taken out of our sails.
When D23 happened.
With D23 and also
Comic-Con.
And Comic-Con and no announcements.
And now here we are.
And there it sits.
Now, look. Again, going back to the whole grain of salt thing, there is, of course, a possibility this is a coordinated hoax.
Sure.
That all the different places that are saying, hey, yeah, coming out of this, Superman, Henry Cavill's in the post-credit scene, blah, 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 he's wearing this. Like, it could all be coordinated with a couple of people online to put this out there, and maybe it's fake.
It could be a Talican disinformation campaign.
A Talican disinformation. Damn you, Namor. Yeah, listen, it absolutely could be. And if so, all right, I'll be disappointed, whatever. But, I mean, if it's true, if it's true. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Amazon Pharmacy. I don't know about you, but when I need to go to the drugstore, I always seem to wait till the last minute, hoping that they'll be open, or I get stuck in a line, or both. And that's why I love Amazon Pharmacy. Yes, that Amazon. Amazon Pharmacy delivers a better pharmacy experience that delivers directly to your door and works with most insurance plans. Amazon Pharmacy helps you save time, save money, and stay healthy. They have transparent pricing, so you know what you'll pay before you pay it. That is clutch. As an added bonus, Prime members can save up to 80% on their prescriptions. And like I mentioned earlier, Amazon Pharmacy works with most insurance plans. And if you ever have any questions or problems, real pharmacists are always available at Amazon Pharmacy, no matter the time of day or night. A pharmacy that works for your life, with meds delivered to your door. It doesn't get any better than that. Switch to Amazon Pharmacy and save time, save money, and stay healthy. Learn more at amazon.com/Campea. That's amazon.com/Campea. Average savings based on usage and Inside RX data as compared to cash prices. Average savings for all generics are 78%, 37% for select brand medications. Restrictions apply. Anyway, Rob, you're hearing this story, understanding that we don't know that this is true. We can't verify. At this point, it still has to be listed under rumor. But if it is true, how do you feel about it? And what stands out to you?
I love it. I mean, look, we both love Man of Steel.
Yes, we do.
I love Henry Cavill as Superman. I think it was ridiculous that we never got they should have made after Man of Steel, because he was not Superman yet, to make a Superman movie. There's never been just a movie called Superman. It was always something else. It was Superman the movie. So why we never got Superman with Henry Cavill, I will never understand. I mean, I don't understand it. But maybe now we can.
Maybe.
I know under David Zaslav, why wouldn't you? And bringing him back in this film makes perfect sense to me. And I'm sure, look, the great thing, if this is true, it's because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson made it so. He organized the whole thing. Because that's what he wanted. And, you know, he's the kind of guy, if somebody, you know, coming from his wrestling background, who do you want to see Black Adam fight? I'm sure the first thing he said, I, Dwayne Johnson, want him to fight Superman. That was probably in his mind. I mean, there's probably nobody better positioned in Hollywood to have made this happen.
And again, let's look back a little bit too. Let's go back about a month or two ago. DC's League of Super Pets comes out, right? And what's the post-credit scene on DC's League of Super Pets? Superman is standing there, and then floating down out of the sky behind him is Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam, talking to Superman, saying, "Superman." Superman turns around, "Black Adam." I mean, like they have been. What's the word I'm looking for? When when you can see it coming, they put it out there, telegraphing. They've been telegraphing this, right? They've totally been telegraphing this, that this is coming. So I believe it's what the people want. And listen, if it's real, I believe this. I think 10 days. 10 days, because how far are we out from the Black Adam thing right now?
It's 2 weeks. It's the 21st of
So it's the
October.
21st, right? So we're
2 weeks and a
about
day.
2 weeks out. Okay. I'm going to say this. I think by October 14th, so maybe 8 days from now, I believe a new TV spot comes out and we see Henry Cavill on it. Because you want to sell a lot more tickets. It's not going to be like Spider-Man and showing Peter and Andrew that's selling all the tickets. Not a lot. It's not like that. But it will sell a bunch of extra tickets that they wouldn't have sold otherwise.
I'll even go even further. If this movie comes out and this movie is good, that people like it, and it makes a lot of money, they're going to announce Black Adam versus Superman.
You gotta get Shazam in there at some point too. Though,
Maybe,
right?
but that's what they're setting up,
Right.
Because who wouldn't want to see that? And like, we might not get another Superman movie, although that's what I would do.
Okay,
I would
'cause
make a
guess
Superman movie and lead into that, because
Guess what the new Warner Brothers administration has done? They threw out the other Superman thing with J.J. Abrams that they were working on.
yes,
Right? So
tossed it.
There seems to be some room on a dance card for a Superman movie.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and who else? I mean, from a studio perspective, from a business perspective, just this is all wild speculation at this point.
Wow.
Dwayne Johnson's still one of the biggest, if not the biggest movie star in the world.
I think he's the last truly bankable movie star.
Well, yeah, and if this comes out, he's kept this movie alive for the better part of 2 decades, decade and a half, you know, and why wouldn't he? Because the biggest problem with the Superman movie, and having covered the behind the scenes on one, the biggest problem with the Superman movie is, who does he fight?
Yes.
Who does he fight? And unless you're is it Mongol from Warworld? I mean, what are you gonna do? There you got it. You've got it can't be Zod again. This is tailor made to give you the best villain to fight the biggest, movie star in the world. Who isn't going to go see that movie?
And listen,
if Black Adam is good.
The other reason I'm saying about the commercial idea is because the former Warner Brothers administration, they went in when the theatrical version of Justice League was coming out. They decided we won't put Superman in the trailers. And they kept Superman out of all the marketing, and they did not have the opening weekend they wanted. And all of a sudden, all the marketing changed after opening weekend, and suddenly Superman was in. I don't know. Again, I don't know that they're going to start putting Superman in the marketing.
Right,
Black Adam. I don't know that. This is just me guessing and speculating. Let's be really clear. Could be right, could be wrong. But I kind of feel like they wouldn't want to make that same mistake, because the old regime at Warner Brothers made that mistake, and it bit them in the ass. So I don't know. We'll see. Listen, I am allowing my fanboy to more take control here than my objective professional. No, I am strictly fanboying out here. I admit it.
But but the new administration, and David Zaslav has come out and said, we're not going to put Warner Brothers on the chopping block. We're going to make movies.
Not for sale.
And what he's thinking about, what do we have in our arsenal that's big? You know, since the merger happened, they got a Batman movie come out and do well. I'm sure the first thing he's going to think is, and finding a new Superman's rough. It's hard to do that. Henry Cavill's the perfect Superman. He's the perfect guy already. You've already got him. You already have him in the DCEU, and they've got Amanda Waller in this movie. So clearly you've got a Shazam movie, you've got an Aquaman movie, you've got a Flash movie. They're all DCEU movies. So this idea that they have to start from scratch is ridiculous. They have a bunch of movies that already work. You already can jumpstart it. You put Superman out in a movie with Black Adam? Come on.
It could, again, listen, we know if this is even true, it's just a post-credit scene, but it's what that means. And that's what's exciting here.
The Black Adam movie has to be good, though.
That's the problem, right? Because if the Black Adam movie's like winning cures everything, losing accentuates everything. If this movie's not good, it's for nothing. But you're right, it has to be good.
And if you think about it, you brought up Shazam. You could even have battle lines drawn. You've got Black Adam and Shazam and the Marvel family versus the Justice Society, Justice League, if you wanted to go that route.
Well, that's making a lot of assumes about what's going to happen in Black Adam.
Totally. And that makes us, but you could.
Think they're setting up a Civil War?
The Marvel family, why not?
Yeah.
You know, I love the Marvel family. I love Earth S, where the Marvel family lived. I would love, and there's a team right there.
All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about all this? And again, listen, we got to repeat it again. It's got to be put out there. All this conversation may be for naught, because this could be misinformation. It absolutely could be based on misinformation. That's why we use the word rumor, and it may be for nothing. But if it is real,
Superman versus Black Adam, the Magic Wars, because his vulnerability is magic. And you have the wizard, you've got Shazam, I'm telling you.
Who says his vulnerability is magic? When is
we don't know that. We don't know that yet. But they're going to
may or may not be his vulnerability in the movies.
The Magic Wars. You got the Shazam. You could bring Jaimin Hansu back.
What if you do Black Adam versus Shazam versus Superman? What if you put 2 V's in there? Black Adam v Superman v Shazam.
I'm telling you, Black Adam versus Superman, the Magic Wars. I'd make that movie.
Listen,
call me Warner Bros.
If you can make a movie and call it Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, then Black Adam versus Superman versus Shazam is not too much. You can do it. I'm not saying they will, though. Again, just fanboying out here. What do you guys think about Elvis? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there.